is Artsy Blanco, the Artsy sister, and today we're reading Saturnastra, Chicot. This is chapter 16, part 1, an armor made for no one. After seeing the armors in battle, Chicot was more or less satisfied with their performance. However, he kept drafting plans that would account for the armor's weaknesses. When all hope seemed lost, Chicot had me draft letters to a mage called Ceric. Based on the letters filled with adulation, Ceric was supposed to be an expert in enchanting items. Chicot hoped that through flattery, Ceric would be able to make out with magic the armor's defects. Chicot also sent a half a dozen armor samples to be reworked. In order to make certain that they were not resold, Chicot made them extra heavy and stiffer around the joints. Indeed, it seemed to me a complete waste of raw materials. While managing the shipments, Gytha said to me, "You don't seem very happy." "It just is that we have been hemorrhaging money since Chicot started with his little armor-making hobby," I said sadly. "You're still getting paid, aren't you? What does it matter how my husband spends his pocket change?" said Gytha, somewhat annoyed. "I'm worried because I don't want to go back to how it was before," I said, raising my voice. What do you mean is that you don't want to go back to being poor? Was scraping pennies and begging for scraps really that painful?" asked Gytha, laughing. "I could ask you the same thing," I retorted. "It's not so bad once you get used to it," said Chicot, entering my office. "It's easy for you because," I said, stopping myself. "Because I did not have a home to begin with," said Chicot, completing his thought. "I'm sorry," I said sadly. "Well, you should be," said Chicot sternly. "You haven't been yourself since this whole armor thing started. Why must you insist on doing something you do not want to?" I insisted. "This conflict, this rebellion has nothing to do with us. You need not make armors for the rebels or for the lords." "I don't care about the lords or rebels. They can all go to hell for all I care," said Chicot, leaving. Gytha and I stared as he left in a fury. It was rare to see Chicot show violent bursts of anger. Pouting, Gytha said, "I'm worried." "There's no point in worrying, Gytha. You know as well as I do that Chicot likes to suffer alone, and he will never ask us for help even if his life depended on it," I said. Gytha said nothing. Only she bowed and left to check up on Chicot. My mother too did not help alleviate my concerns. As of lately, Chicot seemed deeply afraid of something, and one day she had seen him nearly, with his head down at night, sweating from head to toe. In tears she heard him say, "Oh, merciful God in heaven, please, I don't want to die, I don't want to disappear, I don't want to cease to exist, please God help me." If he feared for his life, that would explain the armor. He was probably designing a suit that would protect him from danger. I decided to be a bit more supportive about his armor project. I hoped that once the armor was complete, Chicot would finally find peace of mind.
Wait, is Chicot half abandoned?
No, he's just afraid because they're lurking.
Oh, gotcha.
The winter months were spent in a long but he's not immune to their influence, you get me? He could get killed by them and be erased.
Gotcha.
The winter months were spent in a long interchange of letters between Chicot and Ceric, and when the spring of the new year came, Chicot had finally settled on the armor design. The complete set was far more magnificent than the heavy version he kept in his room. The intricate scales, the varying undulations of the shoulder blades, it was an armor that would make any man foolhardy in battle. Sometimes I would see Chicot admiring his work in the armory, and based on the height of the armor, I was disappointed to know that he had not made the armor for himself. The blood red coloring was another matter that deeply worried me. It seemed to me that he had designed another armor for a berserker lord. Again I would ask, "For whom did you make that armor for?" "For no one," answered Chicot. "Why don't you ever answer my questions?" I asked in anger. "I do answer your questions truthfully, most of the time." "It is not my problem if you do not believe me," said Chicot, polishing the gloves of the armor. "But when you're making an armor for yourself because you fear an assassination," I insisted. "My dear Joseph, don't you have an active imagination? It is true that I fear death, but how does this fear make me any different from any mortal creature?" he added. "I can't let fear dictate my actions." "Just out of curiosity, what magical enchantments does the armor have?" I said, changing the subject. "It has the float thing I like," he said, removing the armor from the stand. It was creepy to see it floating a little bit or hovering over the ground. He then dismantled the armor to show that each part was seamlessly floating over the ground. "Let's see, what else is it supposed to do?" I let Chicot putting the armor back to normal. "I think the armor is resistant to the elements, and it can also deflect arrows and other projectile weapons. It is also light and mobile enough that its wearer can use it to swim. The angles of the chainmail let plenty of air inside, so you won't overheat. Even in hot weather, the steel remains somewhat cool to the touch. It is also resistant to blunt and piercing attacks. I still don't understand why you went to all the trouble to make an armor that nobody can wear, I said, shaking my head sadly. Would it help if I told you I have gone insane, said Chicot, chuckling. Yes, that would certainly help explain a lot, though you can't be that crazy if you still have your sense of humor, I said, not taking Chicot seriously. Your concern is touching, but I know myself quite well, said Chicot. Now all that is left is her armor. Again, Chicot immersed himself in making a new armor. The other one was being used as a model to manufacture new draconic set. Chicot spent half his time making the new armor and the other half helping in the development of the new draconic armor. This new armor was designed for a lady. It was made of delicate silver and gold. The cloth was actually made of silk, and it gave a shimmering aspect to the armor. Instead of a helmet, it had a cyclet with strands of pearls for decoration. The most solid pieces were the gloves, boots, and the connecting bands for the cape and skirt. Again with the other one, Chicot had it enchanting. This one gave the wearer the ability to fly. It was resistant to cold winds, and the user could breathe in higher altitudes. Time, bro?
8 minutes.
This armor was not mass-produced, and Chicot reasoned that humans could not be able to fly well even if they had the power to do so. He didn't make a few for anyone stupid enough to try to fly. This armor ticket sold to a mysterious buyer, and the asking price must have been rather high considering that our coffers had maxed out overnight. Chicot placed the heavy and the finished models of the armors on the lock and key. He had 2 plaques made for the armor, each with a name. The female armor he called Sylvia, which wore grace, and the armor was made of silver. The steel and iron male armor was called Hernan, which meant iron, or so Chicot claimed. Summer finally came, and with it Chicot finally returned to his old self. It seemed as if the armors helped him find some closure of sorts. Alright, that's the end of that chapter. Bye-bye and God bless.